Hi, good morning. I'm still not feeling super, so we're just going to go ahead and get started, do the best we can. We're on page 9 of the story,
Woo!
NIV. Woo is right. Okay, so we were when God had shut the door of the ark. The Lord then said to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your family, your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. 7 days from now I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made." Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth, and Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds, and of all creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark as God had commanded Noah.
What about the birds? No, right, they could fly.
But I think the birds were still on there.
Those birds can't fly forever.
Yeah, because he sent the dove out of the ark, so birds still were on the ark. And after the 7 days, the flood waters came on the earth. On that very day, Noah and his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, together with his wife, this is where we were, and the wives of his 3 sons, entered the ark. They had with them every wild animal according to its kind, all livestock according to their kinds, every creature that moves along the ground according to its kind, and every bird according to its kind, everything with wings. Pairs of all creatures that have the breath of life in them came to Noah and entered the ark. Oh, sorry, we repeated kind of a bit, but we'll just keep going. The animals going in were male and female of every living thing as God had commanded. Then the Lord shut him in. For 40 days the flood kept coming on the earth, and as the waters increased, they lifted the ark high above the earth. The waters rose and increased greatly on the earth, and the ark floated on the surface of the water. They rose greatly on the earth, and all the high mountains under the entire heavens were covered. The waters rose and covered the mountains to a depth of more than 15 cubits. Cruz, do you know how long is a cubit?
Isn't it about, since I heard about this from Miss Jolie, isn't it about, like, from your hand to your arm?
I don't know. I was just seeing if you knew.
It's somewhere about around arm length.
Every living thing that moved on the land perished. Birds, livestock, wild animals, all the creatures that swarm over the earth, and all mankind. Everything on dry land that had breath of life in its nostrils died. Every living thing on the face of the earth was wiped out. People and animals and the creatures that move along the ground, and the birds were wiped from the earth. Only Noah was left, and those with him in the ark. The waters flooded the earth for 150 days, but God remembered Noah and all the wild animals and the livestock that were with him in the ark, and he sent a wind over the earth, and the waters receded. Now the springs of the deep and the floodgates of the heaven had been closed, and the rain had stopped falling from the sky. So this is the phrase right here, because remember, when he sent the flood, he opened the floodgates of the heavens and the springs of the deep. And this is where we talk about potentially when the continents separated, the beginning of the Ice Age. Why did we say the Ice Age started after the flood of Noah?
Because there have been so many clouds raining that it blocked out the sun, so the sun couldn't get there.
There had been so many clouds. The entire earth was covered with clouds, and the sun couldn't get through, and it took a long time for this to recede and to go away.
Mama, I just don't know why God just destroyed the dinosaurs.
Well, he didn't destroy the dinosaurs. Remember, the dinosaurs were on the ark. All the animals of their kind. That doesn't mean, I think, so if the wolf and the dog are of the same kind, we only needed one to go on the ark. I'd have to read, you could go to creation.com, they really go in depth, and you can go in depth and read about the dinosaurs and how they have the kinds that are on the ark, and how you didn't need every single type of, not a species, to be on the ark, to have all the same kinds, because from their kinds, then they could breed and make different types of those kinds.
Has a dog and wolf married before?
Well, animals don't marry, they mate. Only man and woman may marry, because that's what God created marriage for. But I don't know if a dog and a wolf can breed. But I think if they're of the same kind, that they can. Again, that'd be something that we have to look into in more depth.
I just have one more quick thing to say. This sort of contradicts what I've heard on our audiobook sermons and read. I read that Noah only lived to 550 or 565, somewhere around that. And Miss Jolie, she said that it rained for 40 days and 40 nights.
So how long it rained and how long it took the floodwaters to recede are two different things.
Oh, I see.
So it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, but there was a whole bunch of water. Remember, it wasn't just rain. He sent floodwaters from the deep. What did it say? Springs of the deep and floodgates of the heaven. It was like big, huge, like volcano type water.
It was like a volcano, except for spewing out water.
It'd be like this, or some sort of giant jolt.
I hope no one was seasick.
But to mention about the dinosaurs, we know that we hear stories of dinosaurs in different cultures, especially in like medieval times, in the Chinese culture, the stories of dragons. Those are stories that have been passed down that kind of give us clues that dinosaurs were still here, though they weren't called dinosaurs because the word dinosaur didn't come until when?
Like 1850.
Yeah, 1800s, mid 1800s.
I think, did the humans destroy them?
I think so. And then also in combination with, there was the Ice Age, and a lot of them didn't survive the Ice Age because of the climate. Again, the Ice Age came after the flood. But then, yeah, they were, I think they were very, they posed a threat to people.
How would you like it if you saw a dinosaur stomping down your street?
So, anyway, they didn't survive forever. Okay, so let me finish this last little part and we'll stop at the space. Let's see. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down. And on the 17th day of the 7th month of the ark, on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to recede until the 10th month, and on the first day of the 10th month, the tops of the mountains became visible. So I believe, it says by the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year, the waters had dried up. When did it say? So he was in there a full year, because he was 600 years old when the flood waters came, and it was not until the first day of the first month of his 601st year that the waters dried up. So even though it only rained for 40 days and 40 nights, they were in the ark for a full year with those animals.
And how did they get the food?
They packed the food.
For a full year.
For a full year. That's a big ark. They have a model of the ark somewhere in the Midwest, maybe. I can't remember where it is, but it's somewhere in the United States. They have a model, a full-scale model where you can look and just see how big it is.
Wow, I mean, that, they had to pack their food. They couldn't kill the animals, or else they would have made a whole species extinct.
That's true. Okay, so let's stop there. We are on page 10. Thanks for joining. We will be back